closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. On 2nd and 12, Fields right back to Cook for another completion. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Fields trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 2nd and 3.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And here's Freiermuth again. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll get that underneath Etienne. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Cook. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 69 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Back to throw. Fields. He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
And here's Matt Araiza now.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Steelers sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Etienne up the middle, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Draw play, Etienne.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
The 3rd down pass intercepted by the Vikings.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. That'll be complete to Cook.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, Fields.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields. That's complete to Lazard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 6. Finding Pickens for another catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a give to Etienne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The hookup on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On first down, it's Fields. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Fields' throw pulled in by Hopkins. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Throwing again is Fields. And this is Cook with the grab. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Now a first down throw, Fields. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. But trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on them.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Second and 3. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Back to throw again.
And here's Freiermuth again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Again, he'll drop the throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They're going to look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
From the 29, Fields. Caught left side, Hopkins. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
On play action, Fields. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
To the air again, Fields. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers will add to their fourth quarter lead. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a one-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now ETN to start the drive. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. ETN once more. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back to throw here. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On first down, it's Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Another tote for ETN.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Here's Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They'll run with ETN.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
One more time with ETN.
And this time he is in.
Travis Etienne.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Fields.
He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team